Hello, everybody watching on YouTube. It's Uncle Vince, and we're here with Aunt Noel. This is Sipping the Teen Mom Tea, episode 3. Now, listen, Noel, I'm gonna tell you something. Don't get me wrong. It's not unbearable TV like compared to a Monday Night Raw or a SmackDown by any means. But I got to tell you something, Noel, the last 2 weeks, I mean, honestly, if we didn't watch Teen Mom the last 2 weeks, what would we have missed?
Not too much. Not too much. I mean, maybe now, really?
What's
too much
going on? I mean, listen, they've been following these teenagers to women for a long time, and I'm sure there are going to be lulls in their lives, but I mean, that's where the producers have to come in. I mean, listen, man, I was an executive producer or a producer in wrestling. Sometimes you got to stir things up. I mean, the last 2 weeks, like, what's going on?
I don't know. I feel a build. I think that they're coming towards something, especially on the Farrah end. I feel like there's going to be a mother-daughter blowout coming. I think it's going to come on this trip. And they're kind of building some stuff into that. I think that there's a Macy and Ryan build coming, because I have a feeling that he said he took a drug test at the end of the episode. Yeah. I think he's going to fail it. I think we're building to a blowout at the end.
How hysterical was it? I swear to God. If he's not still using, I'm an idiot. How hysterical was it where he said he didn't want to take the drug test because they told him it could be in his system from between 90 and 120 days, and he turned around and said, "Oh well, I'm thinking it could be in my system for a year." He's definitely, for him to say, listen, the guy's not cooking with all 4 burners. He's not that stupid.
Are you surprised he didn't like turn around and go real quick?
Yeah, for him to say that, Noel, for him to say that, he definitely is not clean right now.
Oh yeah, he's definitely not. And he was, and she asked for not only doing the urine sample, but the hair. Okay, hair, I'll give you 90 on the hair. I'll give you 90. But your urine sample is going to come back clean, brother. That's going to come back clean if you ain't using. He's using. We all know it.
I just popped huge when he was worried that it could be in his system for a year. I popped huge over there.
Me too. I lift my ass off.
All right, where do you want to start? Go ahead. It's your show, Noel. Where do you want to start? I just come along for the ride. Where do you want to start?
Well, I mean, we're Teen Mom besties. I call us Teen Mom besties.
Definitely.
You're my Teen Mom bestie. So I think we should start. I want to save Farrah for last because I got some Farrah news that I want to tie into the whole thing. So I want to go through the whole roster before we get the, SmackDown, get the Farrah. So we got to go through Raw first. So let's start with Amber. I think Amber's a good place to start, and here's why. Amber lays in bed. The end. Next. No, Amber never gets out of bed, man.
Can I tell you my Amber notes?
Go ahead, give me some.
Listen, there was not. This is their fault. They're not creating drama, so now I have to rip them like personally and like things that are glaring that I never say. But since there's nothing to talk about, now I got to rip them. Okay, there's two things. Two things about Amber that drives me crazy. And you'll appreciate this, Noel, as a woman, okay? First of all, like what's with the not dyeing your roots? Like you're either going to be a bleach blonde or you're not going to be a bleach blonde. The black going into the blonde, who is that attractive to?
They call it dirty roots. They call
Horrible.
that dirty roots, but it's supposed to be a small amount and a blend. Like, because I told you I was a cosmetologist.
Right.
Like,
Tell me
you're
about
supposed
that.
to have like a blend where you get a little bit of a dirty root, and then you take your highlights and you kind of go in there, and it makes it look a little natural. She's got roots this big. If she got out of bed and dyed her hair, and she's got such a high level blonde on that head, you got to use like a 40 volume bleach to process that high. Her shit is gonna fall out. Like, she needs to like let it go darker for a little while, because she's had this heavy like Marilyn Monroe platinum blonde stuff, which might be what she's doing. But babe, you're on TV. Like,
that's what I was gonna say. Noel, would you ever appear on TV with that?
No, like, look, I am not naturally black-headed. I think that I am Snow White, so I dye my hair black. My hair is like this reddish brown color that I hate. Do you ever see my hair here, reddish brown?
Never.
No. And I'm handicapped, so if I can dye my hair, she can dye hers.
Yeah. And here's another thing. And not only does she not dye her hair, and not only does she not get out of bed, she's so freaking lazy. What's with the turban head? Like, what the hell is that turban gimmick? I swear to God, there were times. Listen, I don't think Amber is attractive. Okay, I don't find her attractive at all. But I mean, there were times on the show when she looked decent. I don't know if it's because now that this Matt is out of her life, whatever the case may be, but between the freaking roots and the turban head, and I mean, listen, Noel, let's be honest here. You and I are adults, okay? Right. Her brand is her business. We can sit here till the cows come home, and I can call Farrah a horse face, and you could call her the McDonald moon, and we can do all that. But at least Farrah dolls up for every show.
Yeah, she's always done up.
Always dolled up. Now, Amber, this is her freaking brand. She's got to sell her brand. She's got to promote her brand. She goes on this show every week. Like, I just don't give a shit what I look like.
She doesn't care. Like, when I used to clean the house, I used to do that little thing to keep the dirt out of my hair. Like, that's an oldie grandma thing to do. I didn't want to get dust in my hair. But she, like, you know what it is? Maybe she's like going gangster. Like,
that's not
like
gangster.
She's like,
that's grandma.
You know what I mean?
That's no way. That's not gangster. That is. I'm more gangster than that.
I mean, Vito and I do like the thug life and the locos and stuff like that. But, like, you know, maybe she's trying to go a little Tupac on us.
And then she's going to see the idiot in Vegas. Why? I don't know.
And then he calls, I'm in therapy. How many times are you going to be in therapy, brother? Like, come on now. Really?
All right, where are we going next?
All right, so Amber stays in bed. Oh, I got to hit one point on Amber that's driving me crazy. It's not even Amber. It's not even Gary, but it's over at Gary's house. I think that Gary, my dog is going nuts. Brizzer, sorry. I think that Gary's wife is like a very shy kind of a person, and I don't dislike Gary's wife. I think MTV uses her as like the Gary interviewer, because every time they go to her, she's like, well, what do you think about Amber doing this?
Yeah, well, yeah,
and they do that a lot.
They do that a lot.
Every time.
I sit here, Noel, and I say, I hate to be mean, and I don't want to be mean, but I got to be honest. Very, very, very unattractive woman. Very unattractive.
Yeah, her and Gary look like a pair of potatoes together. Like, they just look like potatoes. And I mean, that's the best comparison.
Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. But
what's next, Noel? What's next? Because nothing on the Amber front. I'm bored. I'm bored with Amber and her.
Yeah, I'm bored with Amber. I just wanted to make that Gary point. Caitlyn and Tyler.
Right.
Caitlyn and Tyler. Now, Caitlyn and Tyler are going to get the opportunity after 2 years.
Let's back up first. Let's back up. Let's build to that.
All right, I'm backing up.
Because I cannot we'll get into that. Let's back up. Because here's another thing bothering me, Noel. This has been
You're
bothering me
getting
too.
hot.
Yeah, because I've been nice. Listen, here, let me tell you what's happening. I've been nice, but now I'm starting to get a little irritated because the show's boring. So now I gotta pick apart things that I've never said. I've always watched my mouth. I always wanted to be nice, but now they're boring me with this show. So now I got to talk about things I had no intention of bringing up. Okay,
go get them, baby.
this Caitlin's hairline. Now, as a cosmetologist, let me ask you this: is there? Listen, correct me if I'm wrong. Okay, from day one, this girl has had a horrible hairline. It looks like she's going bald. Horrible. Now, I don't know, Noel. That's why I'm glad you're on the show and you're a cosmetologist. I don't think she could do anything hair replacement wise. But my question to you is, if you're a female and first of all, bro, her freaking forehead is like a blackboard. I mean, she's got bro. You know the housewives of New Jersey, and Teresa's got like no forehead. Like this is Teresa's forehead.
Yeah, her brows and her.
Yeah. Amber, it's like, oh my God, I don't even. It's a monster. She's got a monster. Her forehead's got a life of its own.
Her hair needs to not be that short.
Okay, hold on. Let me get to that. Let me ask you the questions. You're the professional. So now listen, you're a beautiful woman. You're a cosmetologist. You know how to make other women look beautiful. If you've got a receding, I don't know anything about this. If you're a woman and you got a receding hairline and you got a giant freaking forehead, I would think, Noel, I don't know anything about this. I would think, wouldn't you want to institute the bang look?
Well, you could do that, but sometimes if your hair is thin in the front, you can't get a good bang.
Okay.
But if what she could do is she could grow her hair a little longer, part it, and then kind of have it, come down a little bit. Like I told you before, when I was sick, I lost a lot of hair, came back, but I lost a lot of hair. I wore my hair completely different, because I wanted to cover up that, I was losing my hair. Maybe she has a thyroid issue or something, because she has the weight problem and the hair loss. That's like a thyroid thing. I'm an old school gamer. She looks like Bonk's Adventure. Do you remember that game, Bonk's Adventure?
No, but I take your word for it.
Yeah, please trust me. Fans will know. Guys, send Uncle Vince pictures of Bonk. He needs to see Caitlin.
Yeah.
Bonk's Adventure.
Now, I want to. I know you got a little Farrah tidbit, and I don't know. We may want to bring it up. Is your Farrah tidbit what she tweeted out?
I have what she tweeted out. Yes.
All right, let's talk about that, because she tweeted. Again, I'm gonna let you say what she tweeted out, especially against this Tyler kid. And I got to tell you something. I don't doubt it. I don't like Farrah, so I want to believe everything out of her mouth is a lie. But when she tweeted this out, I was like, you know what? That wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, she threw some stiff shots, though. These are some stiff shots. This is, and I quote Farrah's Twitter: "I am happy Amber stays in bed. Macy sits on the couch. Caitlin smokes weed in her car. And Tyler is gay and still doesn't admit it. I travel the world and run businesses. MTV, all I can say is wow."
Well, let me tell you something. Noel, we have to say this because, before the snowflakes are going to come out of the woodwork. Okay.
Oh my God.
I have nothing against gay people. I could care less if you're gay. It doesn't affect me.
Guys, my daughter's gay.
Is she? Okay. See, I didn't even know that. Okay.
Yeah.
But so Noel, the guy's got homosexual tendencies, no?
Yes, agree. 100% agree. Very effeminate look.
Yes.
Howie's hair, everything. And there's nothing against gay people. Like I said, my kid's gay, so what? Who cares? But my husband wore a dress. Like, really? Right. This is just the way things are. Like, our house is very open to that kind of thing. But he's been with her since he was a kid. And he hasn't really had a chance to get out and kind of explore the world and himself because he's been tied into Caitlyn. You know, they've been together since they were 14.
Yeah. Well, you know,
kids.
Noel, let's look at this for a minute. Now, he tweeted back. Do you have his tweet back?
No, I didn't get his tweet back.
He tweeted back, but he basically said, I'm not going to pay attention to somebody, this and that. I don't know. Noel, listen, if she accused him of being gay and the guy's not gay, I would think that there would be more of a little vicious response.
Can I say what this is our show. Am I allowed to say bad words?
Yeah, no, okay. We're on YouTube. You say whatever you want.
Okay, Vito, don't be mad at me. I'll say in advance. If I was Tyler, my response would be, well, let's see. One of us made some ass pounding porn and it wasn't me. So what up? That would be my response. That's
a great response. Yeah, but he like said nothing. He didn't say nothing, which made me say, wow, bro, I mean, this chick's calling you gay. And if you're not gay, I mean, it was very passive, his response back.
Yeah, I'd have laid into her, especially because she has she really shoots it off. She loves to get attention. And I'd have nailed her. I mean, a lot of people already nailed her, but I'd have really laid into her if that was me. And that would have been my response. Yeah. He's throwing her soft, like little softballs.
Yeah.
Dude, come on, be a man.
Now get into the way you were going with this Carly thing. This was unbelievable to me. Go ahead.
Yeah, this got me a little bit. So they get to see they're not their adopted, but their daughter they adopted out when she was born. And it's been 2 years. They saw her at the wedding. Brian and Teresa are the parents she has now. And they seem to be a little iffy now that she's getting older about continually bringing them into their life, which I can see both sides. But you can see that, you know, their maturity level is like, because they get this offer and they're going to go on vacation.
Well, hold on, Noel. Hold on for a second, because you said I got to challenge you on something. You on something. You said that you see both sides. Okay. I got to be honest with you. I really don't, because Carly's parents, who are they again?
Brian and Teresa. Oh, Brandon and Teresa. I'm sorry. Brandon and Teresa.
We see they're a preppy couple. You could see they have money. You know, they do well. They're educated. They're smart. Obviously, that's the way they're bringing up their daughter. Let's face it. Let's just be honest here, okay? Caitlyn and the gay kid. They're white trash that came into money. That's what they are. They're white trash who have been given this money. But you're always going to act like white trash. I mean, look at her mother. Look at his father. They're white trash. So let's put ourselves in the shoes of the adoptive parents. If you've been raising Carly a certain way, and all of a sudden, oh my God, my real parents are trailer park trash. I don't know. I get that. Am I being?
Yeah, no, I 100% get that. I think I lean more. I mean, I definitely more to their side. But the reason I say I get both sides is that it's not as much for you know, Caitlyn and Light and the Loafers. It's for they knew they were getting into a adoption with people that were on MTV. This was not something they weren't aware of. They did this whole baby exchange on camera. They were aware that this was a thing.
Very good point.
And that's why I think a lot of times they back away from them, because, you know, spending a few hours once a year with, you know, Betty Curlers and also, whatever.
No, you got to look at this too. Like, honestly, let's look at this. Everybody else, you know, get from Gary to Caitlyn to they all need the money. Okay.
Yeah.
You could tell this couple don't need the money. So like when MTV wants to put them on camera or whatever, they don't need the money to do it. That's why they're trying to stay away from the cameras. But it freaking blew me away. You're going to go on there and you're going to freaking carry on. They finally say it's okay. You haven't seen the kid in 2 years. And you say you can't make it on those dates because you're going on vacation. I love the response of that middle woman. Do you know her name? The one who always tries to bring them together. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah, like I don't know her name, like the adoption specialist.
I could tell by her facial. She was trying to be professional, but if it were up to her, she would have said, "What the F, are you kidding me? Like you're going to carry on. You want to see this kid now they give you a date and you're hemming and hawing because that just shows you their maturity level. These two are
we rented a boat that day. We're going back on a boat.
God. No, well, they're so freaking immature and they try to act like grown-ups and it's so freaking cringeworthy.
I have a date to pet my horse that afternoon. I can't go.
Oh my God. Please. I can't believe
you don't have this child, folks. That's
right. But I can't believe that Teresa and Brandon gave him a backup date. I would have said, screw you. That's the freaking date.
Yeah, I would have been like, okay, this is when we're free. You're going to have to make time for us because we work jobs and you sell handmade clothing and smile for the cameras on MTV. So you're going to have to make dates.
Noel, can I ask you a question? Let's talk for a second. Noel, 2 years ago, whatever. Noel, I swear to God. A couple of years ago, I went up to the most I ever weighed. A couple of years ago, I was at like 249.
No way,
yes. Dude. Yeah. Most I ever weighed in my life. Way. And I was like, I remember it was my birthday. I went out with my wife. We went out to like a big buffet and I said, like, that's it. And then from that day forward, I like walked every day like a lunatic. I dieted, blah, blah, blah. I got all the way down to 205. Okay. And I just got so freaking tired of not eating what I wanted to eat. So here I am again now. I'm back up to 235. But here's what I'm getting at, Noel. I feel like absolute shit. So like I know, like, okay, the new year's coming. I gotta freaking get right. I gotta get back to where I was. And I know I have to do that because I feel like shit. I mean, Noel, let's talk about Caitlin for a second. We just got to be honest. When you're walking around and you're that freaking big, you've got to physically and mentally, because I know me, it's not just physical, it's mental. Yeah. I physically and mentally feel like shit, but I don't weigh 300. I don't understand how you can weigh that much and be so overweight. You gotta be feeling it physically and mentally. You said something happened where you put on a ton of weight. Something. Yeah.
Before I had the stroke, I weighed 207 because I was filled with fluid.
Right. I don't understand. How can you not do at least attempt to do something?
And I was like trying to diet because I couldn't figure out what was wrong because I was getting steroid injections for my spine. Right. So the doctor was giving me all these injections and they blow you up. I wasn't eating anything. And Vito was like, you have to eat. And I'm like, I can't. Even not eating anything. I felt terrible. Yeah. I felt terrible about myself.
Well, she's eating. She's shoveling it in. I mean, come on, man. Seriously.
Her knees are going to get bad.
I don't like to make excuses for myself, Noel, but like I'm going to be 57. Like my metabolism is not what it was at 27, but still, so I'm not making that excuse. But if I was as young as her, like, are you freaking kidding me?
I know she thinks exercise is riding a horse.
Oh, yeah, riding a horse is exercise. Meanwhile, that poor freaking horse. Can you imagine? Can you imagine that thing sitting on you? All right, let's go. Okay. We talked about this. Noel, there's nothing going on in nobody's lives. What's going on in Macy's life? I don't know what's happening.
Well, I can't say that Farrah was wrong. Macy's either sitting on the couch or the hot tub. Her kid went to school. Whoopity-doo. I mean, nothing. I think we're just playing like the waiting game for the blow up. I'm telling you, this is the Built-A-Mania. We're playing the waiting game.
I don't have as much faith as you, Noel. I really don't. I
have to have faith. The Lord is telling me that there is going to be some major blow-ups coming. I feel it. I feel it coming. It's like Walking Dead. Like you want, and I know that's scripted, but you know, Walking Dead, like all season, every once in a while we kill a zombie, and then at the end, somebody gets taken out at the season finale. I'm waiting for the throwdown, baby. But Macy's life, you just got the Ryan took the drug test, and we talked about, you know, the hair thing. You know, come on, Ryan. Come on.
All right.
You're on that stuff, Ryan. Let's be honest. My opinion.
Go ahead, Farrah. Now, what you wanted to say, Farrah, for last. Go ahead.
I think that the biggest blowout of the season is coming. And I think Farrah is going to have a major throwdown with everyone. And it's a builder. So Farrah is still at her dad's house. She just came back from her world tour and wherever. And now she's planning a trip to Italy. And at first, she goes to the demon child and says, I think we should invite grandma to go on a trip to Italy. And the kid goes, no, I don't wanna. Okay, that's fine. But you were asking for grandma last episode because you wanted to annoy everybody, you little brat. When you were getting left with your grandfather, she was asking for grandma. Now all of a sudden we're going to Italy and she hates grandma. So Farrah goes, well, I think she was turned off by issues we had in Key West. How about you don't ask your damn kid about your travel plans? Tell her to pack her little Barbie bag and get in the goddamn bus and shut up. Nobody disciplines this kid. It drives me nuts.
Here was my favorite line of the whole episode. And I'm wondering if you got this. When Farrah tells the demon seed about the grandmother going on the trip, did you hear what the demon seed said to Farrah?
What did she say?
And I quote, Noel, what if grandma is bad again? Can you freaking imagine?
This is as high as I can raise my arms.
Can you imagine? I mean, Noel, can you imagine a grandchild her age making a comment? What if grandma is bad again? Who's the child and who's the freaking kid here?
Let me tell a story. Let me tell you a brief story. My grandmother is still with us. She's a legend. Her name is Dawn. She's a legend. Okay. I would never say anything bad about my grandmother ever, 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 ever. She helped raise me. I am laying in a nursing home, hooked up to crap, whatever, laying there. My grandmother comes in the room, sits next to me, takes my hand, looks me in the face and laughs and says, ha ha, you're in a nursing home before me. And I still wouldn't say, but in fact, I respected her more when she said it. I would still never say anything about my grandmother. Vito and my grandmother go back and forth. Vito walks across the room to text on his phone. My grandmother goes, look at him over there, calling for help, needs backup. My grandmother, I would never say a bad word about her. So here is this little punk demon unibrow evil child out there. And I don't talk bad about kids. This is not a kid, guys.
No, this is an ugly monster.
This is not a kid.
This is an ugly
saying, what if grandma's bad? Well, what, you don't like that grandma serves you macaroni, bologna, and pizza all together and goes, you get whatever you want, my baby. I miss my baby. I want to give her a forearm shiver so bad I can't stand it when I hear the talk. But this kid's going to be like, what if grandma's bad? What if you don't just shut up, pack your Barbie suitcase, and get on the plane?
Every time when I watch the show with my wife, all she does is say, you wait till that kid gets older.
Oh, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad.
If we think Farrah is bad, you wait till that kid hits teenage.
She's going to grow up and be a politician.
Oh, yeah. Who knows?
It's coming.
All right. So what about scoops? Do we have scoops?
Wait, I want to cover one more Farrah thing. I was too busy focused on that little monster. So Farrah's dad's going to get engaged.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So Farrah's helping him plan it. So then she invites him to go to Italy,
Right.
and she's planning on lying to her mom and saying that they have friends there so she could split the time between the two instead of just being an adult and going, we're going to take a vacation. I'm going to spend time with him. I'm going to spend time with you. This is where I think there's going to be some dynamite.
Well,
because she's going to leave that mom in the hotel and hang out with them.
do you think it was clear to the mom? What's her name again? That idiot. Deborah. Do you think it was clear to Deborah that Santa was not invited on this trip?
I don't know. Oh, look, it made the dog stand up in the background. He's like, I smell trouble.
Because here's my question. If that's Farrah's plan, she's going to leave Deborah to go hang out with the dad, and she likes the dad's wife. What's Deborah supposed to do by herself in Italy?
Yeah, like she's just going to like leave her. And she goes, oh, she could do her own thing. You think she's sneaking in Santa?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know if it was crystal clear that Santa wasn't invited.
Oh, it's Christmas time. It's gonna go down, baby. If she brings Santa, that shit's gonna get serious.
Also, did you know, and I don't know how they did it so quickly. Hey, listen, maybe because it's everything we're saying and they knew they needed to speed something up. But when they showed the coming attractions for next week, Amber's got that new guy.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
Maybe
there's a lot about that new guy.
Yeah, we need something. I mean, they got to give us something, man.
I can't watch another week of Amber laying in bed.
No.
I just can't do it.
What kind of dirt are we looking at?
All right, here we go. I got really good stuff. First, I want to. I know it's my favorite part because I love the dirt. Yeah. All right, so you and I discussed the other night, but these guys weren't there. The Amber boyfriend situation,
right?
So he's involved in reality show producing. He does different things with lighting, but he's also a production. He's got buku bucks, a house in Malibu. He is hooked up with that loot. But he's got legal problems with other women. He's got restraining orders and everything else.
Oh, God.
So she just picked up another one, baby.
Can they not find freaking normal freaking men?
I don't know where they find their men at. Like I would say my life is a tiny bit unconventional, but to these girls, my life is extraordinarily normal compared to the men that they bring home and the crap that they're involved in.
Unbelievable.
So this guy has restraining orders already, an ex-girlfriend, blah, blah, blah. So we have to wait to see how that comes about. She's already pregnant, so he's not going anywhere for at least a little while.
Right.
We still don't know a whole lot of details about Matt being married. He's like keeping that on the DL, but see, he ain't making that money now. So
has any of the teen moms on both shows, had two kids with one person?
Caitlin and Tyler.
That's it, right? Right?
Yeah, I think so. I can't think of anybody else. And they're the ones that adopted their child out.
Unbelievable. All right, what other dirt we got?
All right. Adam Lind we talked about. Now that's Chelsea's baby's daddy. I told you he had got arrested for assault. Turns out that he broke that girl's forearm.
Oh no, are you serious?
Yeah, which is a pretty hard thing to break if you know bones. Forearm is tough. So now he's got 4 counts of domestic assault against him. So he's facing jail time. He tested positive for steroids and meth.
Yeah, well, she don't have to worry about him seeing that. What's the kid's name?
Aubrey.
Yeah, she don't have to worry about him seeing Aubrey. So
she already went to court to make sure because he bailed out waiting for hearings. So she's already been in court. Now, here's something that's really heating up. And I didn't get to touch a lot about this. But we talked about Janelle in the divorce situation.
Right.
So Janelle's birthday, she was out and about partying and her husband wasn't with her. She was by herself on her birthday. She's been fighting back and forth with her husband David's sister, and they've really been going back and forth with some pretty serious accusations on drug use while pregnant and things like that. So that's gotten pretty serious. So obviously there is some truth going on with this situation with her and the husband, because why are you fighting the sister like that? Why are you out in public parading around like that? But she's also going after some of the other teen moms and Chelsea's dad. She sent a cease and desist to all of them.
Wait a minute,
Janelle sent a cease and desist, legal cease and desist, to Kaylin, to Chelsea, and to Chelsea's dad, Randy, the dentist, have all received cease and desists from Janelle.
Cease and desist what? Cease and desist what?
Apparently she says that, and I wrote this down because I didn't want to mess it up. She sent a cease and desist because she says they are causing reputational harm to her, where she cannot seek further employment. Chelsea says, I've never had contact with you. I don't talk to you. I don't deal with you. Caitlin says, well, you know, maybe you don't have employment because you shot heroin on your arm on an MTV show. I don't know. That could be it. But she's claiming that they are talking about her and she's not getting jobs because they're spreading rumors and forwarding gossip and whatever. But she did her own damage. How many times has she been arrested? Dude, like 5 or 6?
Well, now you got the whole situation. Now you know how Farrah can never do those Dr. Drew shows with everybody else. I guess it's the same thing now. Yeah. So, because she always seemed to get along with those girls. There was never really an issue.
Yeah, it's weird. She really did. She didn't fight with the other girls. The only person that really fought with the other girls was on the other show was Farrah. They always had problems with Farrah, especially her and Amber.
Right.
I'm sorry. They used to go at it, but Janelle now is sending out these cease and desists. Today it came out that she is now threatening to sue them for this reputational harm, basically a slander case against them, because she will not be able to seek employment. They took, and MTV retweeted this. Somebody had made a GIF of David or a small video of David and her posing for photos during a photo shoot, and Kaiser, the baby, was crying for food and everybody was ignoring him. And it got tweeted out. And after it got tweeted out, that's when things really heated up, and that's when she started talking lawsuit. But MTV retweeted it.
Yeah, the father.
So it's not like
the father thing is interesting. Chelsea's father. How the hell did he get involved in that?
I have no idea. I think he just retweets what they tweet because, you know, how is he involved? But he was one of the ones that got the no contact, cease and desist order. So there you go, Janelle. We have no idea.
Yeah. I also saw a tweet this week that I guess Barbara retired from Walmart. Did you see that?
Yeah, I tweeted it to you. Barbara retired from Walmart.
Yeah.
There's a little drama with that too. Barbara retired from Walmart. She gave them 3 weeks and they said, now go home.
Really?
And she's worked there like 13 or 14 years. Like she never stopped working. She worked in the deli. She always worked in the deli. But you know, Walmart's such a nice, friendly, fuzzy, warm company.
13, 14. Can you imagine working 13, 14 years in a deli at Walmart? How you be?
Oh my God. That's almost as bad as being a greeter. My son does this great greeter of Walmart impression. He goes, welcome to Walmart. And he like waves his hand. He goes, Mom, can you imagine doing that all your life? And I said, no. And he goes, Mom, I'm a little concerned. I have autism and I don't want to be involved in this greeter thing. I was like, Nick, you're good. You two other things. Geez. You're good. You'll never be a greeter. He thought they go and grab people with autism and make them greet people. But that's not true.
Well, okay. Now there's no stoppage or anything since Monday is Christmas, is there?
No. Monday's Christmas?
Yes.
Well, shit, I better do some shopping.
Yeah. We gotta make sure. I don't think it's preempted. I think it's going to be on Monday.
I think it is too. I think I don't think they changed their schedule for night. I think their day is different, but their night is the same. I didn't see any, but I'll go and look, and I'll tweet to the masses. So we can, you know what, MTV needs to hire us. You know how many people are telling me they're watching Teen Mom now because you and I are talking about it?
Absolutely. Yeah. All right.
Noel, crazy.
What do you want to get out there? What do you want to plug? What do you want to talk about before we go?
All right. First off, say hi to Bruiser, guys, because he just jumped on me.
Bruiser. Yeah.
I know. This is Bruiser Brody. He's my best friend. So guys, check out bigvito.com. Bigvito.com. We got a lot of stuff on there. We've been doing pretty good with our different shirts, and we've been doing some eBay stuff and everything, and we did pretty good. We're not really huge like into the selling thing. We're super not Macy, like Macy's window. But, you know, we're all right. We're doing okay. So go check out bigvito.com, YouTube. We have the Big Vito brand there. I am going to relaunch my website within the next few days. It's just basically going to be cool teen mom stuff. It's going to link back to Vito's. So that's harlowinc.com. I'm going to relaunch. I got the domain name. Why not use it? So that'll be on there.
You got to talk Teen Mom on the website so people have a place to go during the week.
Yeah, see, that's what I want to do is I'm going to have some Teen Mom stuff on there. I love you too. I have some Teen Mom stuff on there that I'm going to be putting up, and then there'll be pictures of me in scantily clad clothing and a walker. So you don't want to miss that because that's rare. That's like some freak show stuff. So you definitely want to go check that out. People were asking for the Little Noel show to come back. I'm going to do a special one next week for the new year because it's kind of been a hell of a year for me. So I'm going to put my Little Noel show back up, and I'm going to talk a little bit about having the stroke and the recovery and all that stuff. So I'm hoping to put that out next week.
Okay. Well, there's a lot going on. And of course, Vito does the show with me. I got to get together with him because Sunday night is Christmas Eve. So we got to figure out what we're doing. I got to just remind him that we got to figure out what we're doing on Sunday.
Yeah, I'll tell him. He's at the gym working his mind. Are you guys
going to be home, or are you going out on Christmas Eve?
I don't know.
Maybe
I don't remember. I forgot it was Christmas.
Maybe we could do something early in the morning. I got to talk to him.
Oh, yeah. Maybe do something early. How about this? We'll just fly to your house.
What are you doing? I wish you would. Nothing, man. I wish you would.
Hey, we're talking about taking a vacation. I just have to get the doctor to clear me for time and distance. But we're talking about taking a vacation. We did small presents for each other this year so we could go somewhere for a big vacation. So maybe we'll come see you.
You ever come to Colorado, I'm telling you, you're not going to want to go back. I'm just telling you.
My mom told me it's beautiful. She flew out there. She's like, babe, you're not going to come back. Yep. You're going to love it.
It's country.
Maybe I'll drag the bald guy out there and we'll come and visit.
That'd be great. That'd be tremendous.
I would love it. Yep.
All right, everybody. Well, there you have it. The third episode of Sipping the Teen Mom Tea. We will be back next week, even though the show airs on Monday, which is Christmas. We don't do this show till Thursday, so we will definitely be back next week covering the show on Monday. For those of you watching on YouTube, Christmas will be between now and then. So I wish you a very, very, you and your family, very Merry Christmas. Noel, you want to pass along a Merry Christmas to your fans out there?
Very, very Merry Christmas from someone named Noel.
Noel.
I love you guys.
Everybody, there you have it. Hope you enjoyed the show. We will see you next time with Sipping the Teen Mom Tea. Take care, everybody.
Bye-bye.